morning students, I myself Divakar Pandey from Kuntinagar Modern English School Nevada. Welcome to your e-learning class, and this is my second video on chapter 2 Inside the Earth, which has been taken from class 7. In my previous video lecture I have already discussed you about the story of origin of the earth, how our earth appeared in this universe. I have already discussed you, and I have also discussed you that our earth has 3 layers. It means as we know about the internal part of our earth, we can say the earth is a huge sphere with a radius of about 6,400 kilometers. Like this, but when we find out the inner structure of the earth, what inner structure of the earth, we would have to go down right up to its center. And when we know about its center, we can say obviously that is not possible. Why? Then how can we know about the internal or inside the earth, about the internal part of the earth? Yes, for this we can discuss about scientists. How the scientists have taken the help of earthquakes to determine the structure of the earth, and like this, by the help of seismostic, it means we can say seismic waves. Through seismic waves we can know about the internal part of our earth. And I have already discussed you that the internal part of our earth is divided into 3 parts. First part is called crust, second part is called mantle, and third part is called core. Now you can see the picture of this creation, and we can discuss about this earth like this. So first of all we come to crust. It means this is the crust. You can see here in this picture, and we can discuss about crust. That crust, the uppermost layer, it is the uppermost layer of the earth, is known as the crust, and the crust is very thin with an average thickness of about 35 kilometers. It means we can write this like 35 kilometers. So 35 kilometer is its thickness. If we could think of the earth as an egg, the crust could be regarded as the shell. It means this is the shell of our earth, can be told. However, the crust is not uniformly thick at all places. It means it is thinner under the oceans and thicker under the continents. The upper part of the continental crust, which is rich in silica and aluminium, is called sial, S for silica and L for aluminium. And the lower part of the continental crust and the whole of the ocean crust are composed mainly of denser materials, rich. It means this part. So denser materials rich in silica and magnesium, they are together called SiMa. It means Si is for silica and Ma is for magnesium. The surface of the crust is also quite uneven. It means unequal. For example, when we discuss about Mount Everest, the highest mountain peak in the world is 8,848 meters above sea level. While the world's deepest point, do you know? Can you tell me the deepest point of the world? It is located in Mariana Trench. We can say it is located in Mariana Trench in the Pacific Ocean, and it is 11,034 meters below the sea level. Now we come to the mantle. It means mantle. What is mantle? So the below the crust lies mantle. It extends up a depth of about 2,900 kilometers. Its chief constituents are silicates of iron and magnesium. Both the temperature and the density of the mantle increase with increasing depth towards the center of the earth. And when we discuss about its parts, we can say mantle has two parts. The upper mantle, it means the upper mantle and the lower mantle. The upper mantle is about 670 kilometers. It means we can say 670 kilometers. So 670 kilometers. So like this, thick. While the lower mantle is nearly 2000. It means nearly 2200 kilometers. So what is the lower mantle? It means the lower mantle is nearly 2200 kilometers thick. The top layer of the upper mantle is always solid. It means when we discuss about the top layer, so it is always solid. Below this layer lies a soft layer because of the high temperature in this layer. The rocks here are in soft state. No, a stage they reach just before melting. This layer brings, it means beings at a depth of about 50 kilometers and extends roughly up to a depth of 300 kilometers. The lithosphere which comprise the crust, it means this part of the earth is called lithosphere also. So we can say that the lithosphere which comprise the crust and the hard uppermost part of the mantle floats on this soft layer. Below this layer, the rock of upper mantle becomes harder with depth. The lower mantle is a solid region starting at about 700 kilometers. How many kilometers? 700 kilometers. So like this, when we discuss, unlike the upper mantle, it is composed of rocks uniform hardness. Now we come to the core. Core, it means the innermost layer of the earth is called cores. How can we discuss about it? Yes, the innermost layer of the earth is called the core. It is about 3,500 kilometers thick. How it is thick? It is 500 kilometers thick. It is the densest layer. It means densest layer. It is believed to be made up of heavy metals like iron and nickel. So it is also called Nephe. What is called it? Nephe. Ne, it means nickel, and Fe, it means ferrum, Latin of iron. It means ferrum is a word, is a Latin word which means iron. So what are the constituents of core? We can say nickel and ferrous. It means nickel and iron. Now, when we talk about the temperature of the core, we can say the temperature at the core are high enough to melt all metals. The study of seismic waves shows that the outer part of the core is molten while its important innermost part is solid. And now tomorrow I will discuss about different types of rocks that helps us about the understanding of our lithosphere, because rocks are those natural mass that help to make up, it means to make up our lithosphere. Okay, thank you, have a nice day. Okay, bye.